There are 113.9 kilometres to cover between Huesca and Jaca, with 2 climbs on the menu. The first is long and shallow, and the second is short and steep. 3.4 k's at an average of 7.9%, definitely enough to open up some gaps at the finish line. The peloton heading through some stunning landscapes on this 5th stage, with the sun back out in northeastern Spain. But with just over 60 kilometres to go, there was still no breakaway, despite some earlier attempts from the likes of Alison Jackson and Antri Christoforou. Lourdes Oyarbide was the next to try her luck, and that move soon had the peloton all strung out. A few kilometres later, there was a close shave for the race leader, Marianne Vos.
Oh, and now we've got a big crash in the peloton. I can see Alison Jackson there, I can see Marianne Vos.
Vos swinging back onto her bike cyclocross style, and with the help of teammate Maud Uderman, she was soon back in the bunch, as was Jackson. That incident allowed Oyarbide to open up a 30-second gap as she led the way to the day's first climb, the Alto del Monasterio de San Juan de la Peña, a long one at 18 kilometres, but with a shallow average gradient of just 3%. There were no moves from the peloton on the lower slopes, but there was another crash, with around 20 riders going to ground. Lizzie Deignan was involved, while unfortunately Elena Hartmann was forced to abandon. Well, it was soon game over for Oyarbide at the front, as FDJ Suez began to up the tempo. Plenty of riders soon going backwards, including the former race leader Blanca Vas in the green jersey. Grace Brown setting a high tempo for her team leader Evita Music, one of the women who got caught out in the crosswinds yesterday and lost 2 minutes. FDJ Suez also getting a helping hand from Visma Lease Bike, who still had Vos in this front group, before Antonia Niedermeyer decided to light the afterburners for Canyon SRAM. Niedermeyer and Brown trying to go clear, but they were brought back before the summit, where Caroline Swinkels managed to tighten her grip on the polka dot jersey, 10 more points for the Dutchwoman. Just after the summit, another big name went to ground.
Oh no, bad crash here. This looks like Gaia Raelini is down.
Raelini bloodied and bruised, but able to keep going. It has been a tough race for last season's podium finisher. Well, meanwhile, a strong group of 11 riders had detached themselves at the front, including Vos, Vollering, Longa Borghini, Nueva Doma, Labous, Spratt and Lippert. But they weren't in the mood to work together, and a lot of riders caught up again after the descent. The next meaningful move in the valley came from Swinkels, the Queen of the Mountains, leading around 40 riders to the final climb. She was soon swallowed up, and then it was also game over for Marianne Vos, a new leader guaranteed at the summit. Vollering taking over at the front with around 2 kilometres to go and putting her rivals in all sorts of trouble. Nueva Doma going backwards, so too was Mavi Garcia. In fact, only Longa Borghini and Yara Castellan were able to hold Vollering's wheel, but not for long.
Now, a gap has opened up from Vollering to Alyssa Longa Borghini. This is the first time there has been daylight between Vollering and her next biggest rival, Longa Borghini, and Vollering is pushing on. Demi Vollering has gone into the distance. The gap is now 19 seconds. Demi Vollering, last year's second place at La Vuelta Femenina, inside the final 150 metres. And look at these gradients. Vollering out the saddle, looking over her shoulder. No one is to be seen. Vollering going solo to this victory. Stage 5, La Vuelta Femenina. Vollering has gone solo. Vollering has done it. Celebration on the line for Demi Vollering.
Demi Vollering came into this Vuelta Femenina as the favourite for overall victory, and she certainly delivered on this first mountain stage. It's been rather a frustrating season for the Dutch star, with plenty of podiums but no wins. But she ended her 7-month drought here in some style, Vollering celebrating her 30th career victory.
I felt already really strong this season, but it was not yet there. I mean, I had some podiums, but the win, it took long for me this year for my feeling, but I'm really happy that I could do it here. This red jersey, the leader's jersey, is of course a really pretty one, and I hope I can keep it till the very end.
Vollering taking her third stage win at La Vuelta Femenina by 28 seconds from Castellane and Longo Borghini. Music, Gigante, Bauernfeind, Marcus, Labus, Cadzo and Royakers making up the top 10. Vollering is now top of the pile in that really pretty red jersey, and it's hard to see who might take it off her shoulders after today's show of strength. Longo Borghini and Marcus are the only women within 1 minute.